What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. I thank God Jason showed up when he did, because that was gonna be a hot mess if he didn't show up. Because Jason was gonna show up and show out and pop everybody in the ass, and that's exactly what he did. Shot everybody up, except for one guy. One guy was still alive or whatever, but Dante showed up and shot and killed him. So I guess all's well ends well. I guess. That shit was so funny though. That whole scene with Nicholas and Ava when they was fawning over each other and hugging and all that. Carly was standing there rolling her eyes. I'm like, Carly, stop hating. Stop hating. But if I was Carly, though, I still would have popped Nicholas upside his damn head for interfering in business that had nothing to do with him. Like, you should have. I mean, I get that that's your wife or whatever, but you should have stayed your ass out of it, because you just made matters like 5 times worse. You should have backed your ass off. Spinelli sitting here apologizing for getting kidnapped or whatever. I'm like, Spinelli, how you a private investigator? You gotta do better, Spinelli. You're a smart boy, but you gotta do better. You smart. Just do better, Spinelli. Come on now. You've been getting caught a lot lately. Like, come on now. You're supposed to be a sleuth. Do better. Um, I'm glad Jason at least got a shot off on Cyrus, though. I'm glad Cyrus got hit. He didn't die, but he got hit. And his punk ass got away, too, for the moment. I was so mad when Dante put them handcuffs on Jason when he arrested Jason. I was like, damn, Dante. Cut people some slack sometime, Lord. Like, that man didn't do it. But, I guess just doing your job, I suppose. Always got to be such a little lawman. The good or the bad, I guess. Can't be mad at that. But he should have let him go, though. I know I would have. If I know somebody innocent, I don't give a damn. I was so tight because when Portia got home, she noticed that her front door was open and there was blood on the ground. Cyrus come popping up from behind the door or whatever. I'm like, Portia, you better not help him. Let him bleed out and die. Don't help him. Absolutely not. Don't you dare. I would just let that man go to the upper room. I'm just saying, if he died, that would solve a whole lot of problems. And I do mean a lot of them. So anyway, Portia met up with Curtis at the Savoy or whatever. She talking about she needed a drink after the day she had, I guess. And she wanted to book the club for Trina and her friends for, I guess, a graduation party or whatever, which I think is pretty dope. But I knew Portia still had feelings for Curtis. I knew it. And Curtis, he apologized to her because he felt like he's been sending her mixed signals. Like, 1 minute he making it seem like he want to rekindle some stuff with her, and then the next it seemed like he not. So he apologized to her, because he took her hand or whatever, but then he pulled it away. It's like that push pull kind of situation. I'm like, yeah, I totally understand that. Then of course Portia kisses him. I knew I knew they had unresolved feelings, and I knew somewhere deep down I knew Curtis still had some type of feelings for her, even when he saw her when she came to Port Charles. I knew there was still unfinished business between them, and I still have a feeling that there's a strong possibility that Trina's still his daughter. I think there's a strong possibility, because I don't believe nothing until we see a DNA test, and we have not seen a test. And all he did was take Portia's word for it, which I don't like. Like, do not take somebody's word for nothing. You get you a test done to be sure. It's gonna be a mess, because I got a feeling at some point they're gonna become a couple, and I want to know what Jordan's reaction gonna be. I got a feeling Jordan not gonna be too happy when she hear about that, because Jordan's still in love with Curtis, even though they going through this divorce or whatever. She don't. It's a divorce that she don't want. You know what I'm saying? Curtis is the one pushing it. But it's gonna be some good mess coming up for them. So anyway, moving on from that, this whole Michael Willow situation is just, it's so dumb to me. It is so dumb. Like, I had to agree with Brooklyn before, because the other day she was saying how messy this was gonna be, and it's mess. Like, and Willow talking about, oh, it's not fair that Michael has to put his life on hold. What life is he putting on hold? Because Michael ain't got nothing else going on with his life these days. And I don't like that, because I feel like the writers are making Michael a back, like, like just keeping him to the side. It's like Michael is a Quartermain, Corinthos, Spencer. He should be having front burner storylines. I'm just saying. Like, he's been pretty much at the wayside for quite some time now. It's like, come on, come up with something. Like, Michael, I think, can be a really good character if they write some meaty stuff for him to do, other than playing the background. And I don't like that he's playing the background, because that's kind of what it looked like he's doing. And then they throw him in stories that are not all that intriguing. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I think Michael can be a leading man on this show, but they got to write him as a leading man, too. Because at some point, Chase going to find out what's going on between them, and I'm telling you, shit going to hit the fan. And Chase should have listened to Finn when he told him not to leave that hospital. You are not cleared. Like, I know they thought it would be a good idea for him to move into the mansion because at least Monica would be there and she's a doctor and whatnot, but you still going to have to get him to the hospital. You know what I mean? And look at him. He fainted yet again. He collapsed. Don't go against doctor's orders. If they're telling you to stay in the hospital, it's for a reason. Stay your butt in the hospital. And, Willow at this point, she's pretty much getting all up in Finn's face about what he's hiding from Chase. Because this is a serious matter, and even Chase knows that Finn is not telling him something. So he wants to know, like, what is it that you're not telling me? And I could kind of understand why he's not telling him. I could kind of understand it, because it's a complex situation. Kind of the less people that know, the better kind of situation. Because if Finn tells everybody the truth about what's going on, Peter blackmailing, or he's withholding this and he's doing that, it's going to be messy. This is just going to be more people on the suspect list for when Peter goes tumbling his ass down them steps. So I could kind of understand why he's been keeping it a secret. So anyway, Anna finally decides to pop in or whatever. She gave Finn a file from Sean Donnelly's records that I guess could help him come up with a cure for Chase or whatever. I don't know what Anna thought that she was going to accomplish by trying to talk to Finn, talking about, oh, is there anything in there that could help you or whatever. Finn brushed her off real quick. He brushed her off real quick. He was like, yeah, I ain't got time to talk. Like, I can't say that I blame Finn for that. I can't say I blame him. Like, this is time sensitive or whatever. He needs to figure out how he's going to save Chase. And now that Chase has collapsed again, he needs Anna to find Peter and get another antidote. I thought Peter was supposed to be giving Valentine that other antidote or whatever, the other dose of it. I don't know if he gave it to him yet or not, but I know they talked about it yesterday. But at least he thanked her, you know what I'm saying, for getting the file or whatever. But he ain't got time to talk. That man got things to do. Brando told Sasha what happened with Gladys. That she got shot. It's still funny that she got shot though. I'm sorry, but it still makes me laugh. So he told her about it or whatever. And Sasha and them, they're still pissed at, because they feel like, Cyrus doesn't have the right to dictate how they live their lives and stuff like that. Well, that's just how Cyrus is. That man gonna dictate your life until he die. Whether they like it or not, until somebody do something about it, he gonna dictate their life. Brando sitting there talking about he's always suspicious of his mother and stuff, always thinking negatively about his mother, but he talking about he would be lost without Gladys. I don't agree with that. Him talking about he'd be lost without her. I mean, I get that's his mama and all that, but I think you would be better off without her. I'm just saying. Gladys ain't nothing but an opportunist. Like, look at all the mess that you're in right now. Whose fault? A lot of that is Gladys's big ass mouth. You trust me, you're better off without your mama. I'm just saying, I mean, I get that it's your mama. You only get one mama, a bunch of stepdaddies, but one mama. But it is what it is. I'm just like, you would be better off without that nut bull. I'm just saying, like, he really would be. He would be so much better off. Dante and Jordan running around the hospital trying to inform people about shootings and this, that, and the third, because they pretty much told them without Gladys if Gladys died, the whole case against Cyrus could collapse pretty much, because she can tie Cyrus to a lot of different things, like especially, the whole Jason killing Franco. She could tie Gladys. Gladys can tie Cyrus and Peter to that and tell the truth and be like, yeah, Jason really didn't do it. So without her cooperation or her demise, they ain't got shit. She's the best lead that they got so far, and that's the sad part about it. You got to rely on that opportunist just to build you a case. That sucks. So anyway, moving on from that, I am loving Roger's new character, Austin. I like it. So far, I'm liking it. Um, I mean, I know some people think Maxie's gonna get with him or whatever. I just feel like they need to hold off on that for a second, because I don't like Maxie getting in a new relationship so fast, especially after dealing with traumatic stuff from a past relationship. I just think she need to be by herself for a quick second. I really think she does. Like, she just need a breather from men. Like, like a man cleanse or something like that. That's what I think Maxie needs. Like, she just need a break. Focus on her. Focus on her career. Focus on her kids. Not necessarily in that order, but focus on you. You know what I'm saying? Take a minute. She don't need to be in nobody's relationship yet. Hell no. After dealing with all she been dealing with, absolutely not. Brooklyn running around Beecher's Corners trying to figure out if she brought everything that they're gonna need, and she trying to figure out where the hell Maxie is. Um, Austin, the baby wasn't crying or whatever, so Austin was pretty much cradling the baby and stuff, and trying to get the baby to cry and see what's going on with her. So he was rubbing the baby and stuff, and the baby finally started crying. Thank God. Because Lord knows I don't think we could all deal with another demise of a child. Um, Austin basically wanted to call an ambulance and stuff like that and get Maxie to a hospital, but of course Maxie was like no, because she could not run the risk of Peter finding her. So she needed Austin to take her to Beecher's Corners. He was like, yeah, I could take you to Beecher's Corners, but he was like, I need to get you to a hospital, because that's true. She just gave birth. They got to make sure she's good. They got to make sure the child is good. So when he about to make that phone call, here go freaking Chloe coming over here knocking Austin down. I said, damn, you've been on the show 5 seconds. You got knocked on your ass already. Damn, you ain't got no good luck yet, huh? I'm just saying. Like, here he is trying to be a good Samaritan, and he get knocked out for his good deed. And I love how Maxie, Maxie was not playing no games. Like, she just gave birth. That woman should be damn near weak. After pushing a whole Buick out of her body, she should be weak. Like, I'm just saying, she pushed a whole human, a car, out of her vajayjay, and she still got the strength to fight off Chloe. I like that. I was like, go ahead, Maxie. That's what I'm talking about. I like that. She done kicked that girl in her leg, and Maxie got away for a second, but then she found some little boarded up shaft or whatever, and she lured Chloe there, and Chloe done fell through the shaft. I said, is Chloe dead? She done fell through that little hole. Because she fell, what was it, like rotten wood or something like that she fell over, and she ended up in that little shaft or whatever, and Maxie got her phone. I guess it was Chloe's phone or whatever, and she called Brooklyn and whatnot. So I guess Chloe might be dead, because that looked like it could have been a nasty fall. If Chloe wasn't down for Peter, I would say keep her, because she could have been a good addition as a nurse at the hospital, but she want to be crooked and whatnot. Then you got to get rid of her tail. So anyway, I believe that's everything in this episode. This was a pretty good episode. I enjoyed this. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought. Oh, I meant to say that. Before, now that Jason got arrested, what does that mean for Britt? Because remember, he told Britt he was coming back. Remember that. He told Britt he was coming back. And you know she gonna start to wonder. You can't keep the good doctor waiting now. Hopefully he get to make a phone call. He could call her burner phone and let her know, get word back to her that he was captured. Dante just had to arrest him. I'm like, damn, not now, Dante. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see y'all all later. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday. Peace.